So there is all sorts of controversy going on right now in the world. We have Syria, we have the DHS scandals, the NSA scandals, the Miley Cyrus scandals. There's all sorts of stuff going on, and we're largely numb to it simply due to the information overload. And because of this, I think a lot of people tend to overlook the bits and pieces, the inner workings, the clockwork. And we don't see the impact that our actions as individuals and our leaders' actions, well, not our leaders, but the people who call themselves our leaders, actions can have on our day-to-day lives. With the government trying so hard to control the internet and control our modes of communication and listening into everything we say, we find ourselves in sort of a quagmire of poorly written Facebook comments and YouTube commentaries that go off on tangents about reptilians and all sorts of stuff. And yet we gloss over the fact that we're being robbed blind. Our children are robbed. Our grandparents are suffering. And the ones who are perpetrating this are not you, they're not I, well, they're not me. They're the ones who bribe us with promises and get into office and spend our money and waste our time and will genuinely attempt to bend us over and go to town. But it's important that we learn to ignore the extraneous and the overbearing. If we're constantly focused on what pop culture is doing, then we're going to miss what is being done to us. Whether it's Rawsome Foods being raided, or the organic farm in Texas being raided, or, the police state sending a SWAT team to kill a baby deer in Wisconsin. These things are clues, they're hints, they're there to show that we can't afford to ignore the world around us anymore. It's time to stand up, and it's time to take a stand. When you see a police officer abusing someone, it's time to step up and say, hey, I'm not going to let this happen anymore. When you see our government getting ready to attack another country based on more trumped up charges, it's time to stand up and say, no, this does not represent what I want. I'm done. I will not participate in this system anymore. And really the only way that the individual can do this is to remove their consent and their money. There's a concept called agorism, which is existing in gray and black markets so that you're not paying taxes. You're not funding state violence. And the more we can convince people that things like the Silk Road aren't just for drugs, where you can go on the Silk Road and you can buy clothes, you can buy computer hardware, you can buy food. There's actually, I just saw it was a killer deal on reindeer sausage on the Silk Road. And the more we can get people to function in this economy outside of the economy, where you have a used computer, I happen to need a computer, well, why don't I give you some of my old books and we can make a trade, or I can help you plant your garden and start to function on a personal basis and get out of this Federal Reserve currency and get out of the system of oppression that we were born into. The sooner we can do that, the sooner we can function, as a community versus a nation, the sooner we can start to be free. So I encourage you, go look into Bitcoin, go look into Litecoin, gold, silver, all these alternative currencies. Join a local barter network, grow a garden. These things are of immense value to your freedom and your sanity. Break out of the system. Be free. Remove your money from the pockets of the banksters and the politicians. Own yourself. That's my thoughts for the day. Take them or leave them, and have a good one.